All right, guys, we are finally at the last lesson of Module 2, and we're going to kick it off with our last sprint of Module 2. This is on page 119 in your Starry Night practice book, yellow trim, yellow number. The directions on this one read to write the missing number. There are addition and subtraction, so pay attention to the symbols. Your objective being to do your absolute best, your best, competing only with yourself. I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock, and you, my friend, are going to do it. You're going to do it. All right, so on your mark, get set, go. All right, guys, you heard it just as well as I did. That means it is time to go ahead and check our work. Yay. So let's get to it. Come on. All right, guys, so this time we're going to write the missing number. Pay attention to those signs and where the missing number is located. If you get it right, give yourself a check and a little tiny yes. If you get it wrong, don't worry about it. It's okay. That just lets you know what kind of problems you need to practice on later. All right, let's go ahead. Number 1 reads 10 plus 1, and that is equal to 11. Let's keep going. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 18. Ooh, my sign switched. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Location of my missing part switched. 0, 1, 2, 10, 3, 10, 10, 10. Now I'm missing the whole. 16, 18. And look at this portion. We have 3 parts. 10 plus 1 plus 2. Yeah, I went backwards on purpose because I'm starting with my group of 10 and now 3 more. 13, 15, 15, 10, 3. All right, count up the number of questions you answered correctly. Write that number in the starburst. Make a note to yourself of what you need to do later, and let's get to it. Come on. Oh, goodness. It's going to sound so bad, but I'm glad we're done with Ruben and his cars. Today we're meeting Haejong. And Haejong had 13 markers, and she gave some to Lily. If Haejong then had 5 markers, how many markers did she give to Lily? So she had 13, she gave some away, and now she has 5. So go ahead and work this out for about 3 minutes, and then click ahead, submit your answer or your I don't know. And then we're going to go ahead and work through it together. Okay, so yeah, here's your clean shot. Okay, so this one here, Haejong had 13 markers on page 175 in your learn book. I'm sorry. So Haejong had 13 markers on page 175 in your learn book. It's the last application problem, guys. It was the next page. I'm sorry. and she gave some to Lily. Haejung then had 5 markers. How many markers did she give to Lily? So the way in which we're provided the information is that Haejung had 13 markers. She gave, so they're taken away from her, some to Lily. She then had 5 left. Now, do we want to solve this subtraction problem with the missing part here? We know that in a number bond, you have whole minus part equals part, or part plus part equals whole, or whole minus part equals part, or part plus part equals whole. We can flip them around, as long as if we're subtracting, we start with the whole. So let's flip it around. That was my little flip around, I guess. I just made it up. 13 minus 5 is equal to our missing part. So I'm going to draw a line. Our missing part, because now we're going to figure it out. So let's use our take from 10 strategy. So that becomes 10 and 3. So 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. Good. And then 5 plus the other part that's left is equal to 8. Which tells us that 13 minus 5 is equal to 8 markers. 13 minus 5 is equal to 5 plus 3. Those are both now true. So, how many markers did she give Lily? 8 markers. She gave Lily 8 markers. Word problem rules, need a number, need an object. All right, and this problem sets us up perfectly for our subtractions that we're going to do together today. All right. So when we say 13, that means we have 10 and 3 ones. And if we were to take 8 from there, we would take 8 from the group of 10. So 10 minus 8 equals 2. We would write that down, correct? Yeah. Well, then we need to put those 2 together with the 3 that were left. So 2 and 3 more is 5. So we have the ones, we put them back together with the piece that was left over. We now have an answer of 5. So 10 minus 8 is 2, and 2 plus 3 is 5, tells us that 13 minus 8 equals 5. And that's literally what we're going to do today. We're going to write the subtraction sentence for show take from 10, and then we're going to write the addition sentence where we put the rest of the pieces back together to find the solution. So we're going to work in our Succeed book like we do together for our We Do portion every day, starting on page 281. Succeed. I want you to succeed with your lovely Succeed book. And the first one reads, 17 minus 8. So for 17 minus 8, we know we're going to take from 10. We're always taking from 10 right now. 10 minus 8 is still equal to 2. We're going to put that 2 together with the 7 ones that we haven't touched. We haven't touched them. They're just chilling. 7 ones plus 2 ones is equal to 9, which tells us that 17 minus 8 is equal to 9. Let's do another one together. 16 minus 7. Same thing we've been doing. Take, subtract, lose, go away from 10. Take from 10. 10 minus 7. We haven't done this one too many times. So let's start with 7. And how many more make 10? Can't see my head. 7 and how many more make 10? 3. So that means 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. Now, let's take this 3 that's left in the group of 10 and add the leftover ones. We're going to put the big number in our head in this smaller number sentence. 6, 7, 8, 9. The answer is markers on the floor. Dying marker on the floor at that. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9, which means 16 minus 7 is equal to 9. So we take from 10, and then we bring the pieces back together, the rest of the pieces. Meaning whatever's left in the group of 10, from whatever's left from the group of 10, and the ones. All right, so let's do a word problem. Let's do a word problem together. Still in our homework book, yep. They set it up for us. That was so nice. We're going to write the 2 number sentences showing each step. So Yvette counted 12 kids at the park. She counted 3 on the playground and the rest playing in the sand. How many kids were playing in the sand? We see our setup as subtraction addition. Okay, subtract, meaning take from 10 and then adding, put the pieces together again. So taking from 10 minus the 3 children on the playground is, well, we just 10 minus 7 equals 3, then 10 minus 3 equals 7. We have 7 left in that group of 10 that we just took from. 7 are left in that group of 10, and we need to add the ones from the whole, which was 2 ones. So 7 is left in the group of 10. We're putting it together with the 2 ones that we gathered from the 12, knowing there were 12 kids at the park. So 7 plus 2, was our answer 9 for all of them today? That is so weird. I didn't plan that. I promise I didn't plan that. So remember, it's a word problem. How many kids did she count playing in the sand? 9. She counted 9 kids playing in the sand. See, I spoke my complete sentence, but I wrote down what you need to have as your minimum answer. The number and the unit or object, what it is that you are counting. They are both super duper important to, word problems. Because clearly this 9 is not the same as the 9 from the previous slide. Not the same. All right, guys, that is our we do. So I did something, then we did something, and how you are going to do something. You are going to do your problem set, the last problem set in Module 2, guys. Just let that sink in for a second. Okay, that's long enough. It starts on page 177. It is front and back. We are going to be using the strategy of writing the number sentences that match our subtraction taking from 10 and our addition of putting the rest of the pieces together again to solve the problems. There is a picture model for you to show the subtract and the add when we're doing those subtraction sentences. Once you've completed your exit ticket, go on ahead and do your exit ticket, which you have to submit to put it back as an I do, which is I check your work, I provide you feedback, I modify my instructions so that I'm better able to support you in your learning. If you send me blank work, we just out here looking like I don't like who done it and why, and ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just saying. Guys, so in all honesty, in all seriousness, if you really do have any questions, of course, let me know. And until next time we get to work together, I'll see you later. Bye.